Today at 6 PM, EA dropped another round of the Summer Showdown players. They gave us a Phil Foden, they also gave us a Fabinho, and in this video today we're going to focus on the Brazilian. He's been given a pretty nicely boosted card, and obviously there is the potential for this item to be boosted to 95 later in the week. So let's complete the SBC to get this guy, and let's try him out. So for the Bitter Rivalry SBC, we've gone nearly full Serie A, and then we've just thrown in Naby Keita for the Liverpool/Man City requirement. And then for the final squad, we're submitting a pretty much full league unside. Most of these, once again, are untradeable, the likes of KieronSFF, etc. So yeah, let's submit that. Our Brazilian requirement is obviously fulfilled by Dante. And now that is complete, we do indeed have a nice 92 rated Fabinho heading into the club. And this card actually looks pretty promising, and if this was given a boost to 92 rated, then it really could become something pretty freaking special. So this is definitely an SBC worth taking note of, in my opinion, especially if you run with a Premier League side. So we've just slotted Fabinho into the CDM spot, and now we're going to have a look at this card a bit more in depth. So 6'2", medium high wear rates, 3-star, usual stuff for him there. And in-game attributes wise, he actually looks brilliant. He looks very, very good. Shooting stats for a CDM are outstanding. That's definitely something worth noting. So if he does find himself in an attacking position, shouldn't really have too many worries, especially off that right foot. Passing looks absolutely brilliant. Ignore that free kick accuracy. If you took that stat out of that column, the overall passing rating would be much higher as well, which is definitely something worth noting. Dribbling for most part looks awesome. Agility and balance aren't the best, but that's to be expected with a tallish DM. And the defensive and physical stats are just outstanding. Like, I don't have a complaint about any of them, to be honest. They are all absolutely awesome. And he also comes with some pretty good pace as well, and obviously we're going to boost that with a chem style, so he's going to be even quicker in match. So up against Fabinho in the first matchup is a pretty interesting front line of Ronaldo, Team of the Season, Insigne, and also Dembele. A good front line, but not an amazing one. Hopefully Fabinho can put a stop to any attacks they do indeed put together. Here's Fabinho now, bring us forward. Nice pass on the inside to Aubameyang there. He's put us on the front foot. Fabinho with time to pick a pass. Finds Ndombele. The attack roars on. Oh, interesting from Leno there. Now is a chance for Fabinho to bring the ball forward. Goes for the through ball. And is Aubameyang onside? If so, that's a brilliant through ball from Fabinho. Aubameyang, shouldn't have gone for the finesse there. I went too early with the shot, but Fabinho set up a great chance. Fabinho joins in with the attack, and he's put the ball through for Aubameyang here. Aubameyang's got a lot of pace, and I've overran that massively. Fabinho's doing well to hold off Ronaldo there. Finds Aubameyang. Fabinho's coming across to come get Kroos, and Kroos has to backtrack. At half-time, it's 1-0, and to be honest, it's been a pretty comfortable first half. Hopefully, in the second half, it'll be a bit more of the same. Here's Fabinho to bring us forward. Can we find the right through ball for Aubameyang? It's not a bad one. We're going to link up with him again. Nice, Fabinho. Not falling for that one. Wins the ball. And there is the full-time whistle. A 4-3 victory is what we get. How did Fabinho's debut go? For the most part, very solid. Obviously, only got a 7.7 match rating, but most of my midfielders didn't get particularly high ratings. Had quite a bit of defending to do in the second half and did it really well for the most part. I was happy with his positioning, especially his tackling ability and his range of passing too. Fabinho's got quite a few good attackers to contend with in this game, Mbappe being one of them, as well as Team of the Season, Eduard, who is a card that I haven't seen much of, but has actually got some really, really nice in-game stats. Come on, Fabinho, get us going forward. Here's Fabinho, puts the ball down the wing for KDB to chase, but maybe asking a bit much of him on this occasion. Nice Fabinho, picking up Adama quickly. Stopping any chance of an attack there. Now, interestingly, Fabinho's got some pretty mad penalty stats, so let's put that to the test. Let's dummy to the right. And go left. There we go. Fabinho on the score sheet. Oh, Fabinho. Nice bit of link-up play. Aubameyang's through. Dink. Oh, should have finessed it. Oh, Fabinho. Nice recovery. half time, and we have ourselves a pretty comfortable lead at the break. But despite that, as you can see, it's a much more even game than what the scoreline actually looks. But hopefully in the second half we can continue with our clinical run and get the win. Lucas. Oh, Fabinho, I mean. What a through ball. Aubameyang. Oh, that's just poor shooting from me. Poor decision making from me. But what a great pass that was from Fabinho. Nice recovery there from Fabinho. Fabinho's passing is so good for a CDM. Really, really good. And there's the full-time whistle. A pretty comprehensive victory. 4 goals, 2-0 being the end scoreline. I thought Fabinho in this game was actually brilliant. The 4-0 scoreline suggests it's been an absolute battering of a game. And for most part, yeah, we were in control, but we also had to do a lot of defending. And in that department, Fabinho was very, very solid. Also got a goal as well because obviously he took away the penalty. But for most part, just played that CDM role really, really nicely. Sat in front of the back four and swept up any chances that came his way. Now, Fabinho's had his time in the spotlight in games. It's time to discuss his overall performances. Once again, let's bring up the price on Footbin. The cost of both Foden and Fabinho is looking at around 130 to 140k, which is great value in my opinion. Like GG to EA on the price point, I think they're both very well priced, like both very fairly priced. And obviously there is the potential that this card does get boosted to a 95 rated overall if Liverpool beat Man City later in the week. And if that does happen, I think this card will become like unreal. Like honestly, in my opinion, this is probably the best value CDM you can get for a Premier League side in FIFA. Now I'm not saying it's the best Premier League CDM you can get in the game. That is definitely still Team the Kante. That card is just unbelievable. But this card is the best value. 120, 130, 140k, whatever it may be, for this card I think is absolutely terrific value. And if you need a Premier League CDM, this is definitely a card that you should aim to get. Even this 92 rated version I think is awesome. A 95 rated version of it, which very well could come, would be just absolutely outstanding. So this is definitely a card worth considering for those of you who run with Premier League or Brazil-based squads. Now let's talk about in-game performance, shall we? Let's do that. Let's begin with the defensive stats. Honestly, I've got no complaints about this guy in-game defensively. I thought his tackling was very good and made plenty of intercepts from you, which is awesome. That's something you want in the CDM. And positionally, as a defender, I thought he was great. He just sat back in front of my back four and just screened the defence, which was what I wanted, especially when playing a formation with just one DM. I thought he did a really, really good job by himself defending. He'd be even better in like a 2DM formation because he could just hold back and then your other DM could be your box-to-box, so something to consider there. So defensively, really, really happy with the card, both from a interception and tackling point of view and from a positioning point of view. Physically, it's more the same. The guy's got great stamina, so he can do this work all game long. He's got great strength and great aggression too, so when he's in them one-on-one battles for the ball, most of the time he is going to win them, which is obviously fantastic to hear. Now let's talk about his passing. I thought his passing was absolutely top class. Now, he is very one-footed. He's got the freestyle weak foot, so you are going to always have to go off of his right foot, but his right foot distribution I thought was absolutely brilliant, whether that be short passing, long passing, whatever it was. When passing from deep, this guy is absolutely awesome, so really, really happy with that area of his game. Now we come on to dribbling. Now, his ball control I think is very good, but his actual dribbling isn't anything too special. Look, he's a CDM, like we wasn't expecting him to be absolutely awesome on the ball. His agility and his height is what holds him back. He just isn't that easy to manoeuvre in some occasions. But for most part, his dribbling for a CDM as a whole, I think is to a good standard. Like I say, I just won't use him in any further advanced roles. He's just an out-and-out CDM. Don't play him as a centre mid. Don't play him as a cam. Probably worth noting, this guy could definitely play centre back. If you wanted to switch him with a centre back in game, it could definitely do a job there. Now we come on to the shooting, which isn't bad. I'll be honest, I didn't get too much opportunity to test it because I was just trying to use him as a DM, not trying to use him as an attacker. But his shots were very powerful in game, which was nice. But for most part, as I say, nothing too special. But for a DM, pretty good, but you probably won't get to use it too much. How was his pace? Very good, feels relatively quick, doesn't feel super rapid, so maybe a Shadow Chem style would help out with that. but if he gets that +3 boost at the end of the week, then obviously he'll be even quicker, so that's something to bear in mind. But quick enough to track back and catch pretty quick defenders, which is the case for most centre-backs and CDMs at this stage of the game. Overall then, the verdict is that this is a very, very good CDM card, and like I said, it's the best value Premier League CDM you can probably get in the game. 120 to 140k for this card is an absolute bargain in my opinion, and like I say, if you're on with a Premier League or Brazilian side, this is definitely a card which you should consider getting. And like I've said like numerous times in this video, if this card does get boosted to that 95 overall, it could be absolutely incredible. So yeah, definitely one worth considering getting, especially if you think Liverpool will beat Man City this week. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on the 92 rated Fabinho. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it. Comment below any questions you may have, and also let me know what score you think the Man City Liverpool game will end at the end of the week. Thanks for watching guys, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.